You need to understand your market and understand the people you're trying to reach. I've understood the market to which I need to apply this genre. So I feel like even if I'm still gonna be doing drill or rap or whatever, there has to be some kind of relatability that people can know that this is where I am, and people can still tap to the music.
Yeah. Buckle up, Uganda. It's time for Wawulidde. Join Ahmed and Karim as we dive into lives of fascinating individuals from all walks of life. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode number 6, and we're excited to have a young man, a rapper, son of ABODA here with us today. So you're most welcome to the show.
Appreciation, man. Thank you very much. It's your boy, son of ABODA, student of the game, also known as CJ or Sub, what you saying?
Heard it. So for this episode, you're welcome to Wawulidde Talk Show.
Appreciation. Grateful to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
So simply, son of ABODA, like,
Yeah,
tell us about yourself. Like, who is son of ABODA first? Like, apart from being a drill rapper.
yeah. So obviously there's two sides, obviously two personas to a human being. I feel like based on what someone does and based on who the person is. So like I think they should be like, most times people like mix that together, right? So you'd be like, you are okay, let me give example. Could be I'm a doctor, but a doctor is not who you are, is what you do. There's a person who the person actually is, like in terms of character, in terms of what they do, their work in life and all that stuff, you know. So me, son of ABODA, I love music. It's something I do, just not only something I do, but something I love. Genuinely love telling stories. I love listening to people. I used to love playing football. Now I don't play as much, but I love football as well. And I like to consider myself as a person who's trying, man. Just try every day, man. Like
still pushing. I'm
still pushing. Like I try even in like what I do, my work in life, my faith, all that stuff, you know. I'm not 100%, but I just keep trying, man.
So, son of ABODA, as you come here for the interview,
yeah, man.
Like who are you listening to? Like I know you're a music person. Yeah. I know you always love music and you always listen to music. Who are you listening to?
I was listening to Omema by Chandler Moore.
Omema. From which country?
He's a guy of Elevation Worship. He's a singer. It's a nice song. I actually listen to
really? I was expecting rap gospel. Really? I expected to hear an answer like Central C, you know what?
Yeah.
You know?
I just like that kind of vibe. I feel music is, even if you do rap, you pick inspiration from other things. Like even me myself, I cannot 100% consider myself a rapper. Okay, something I'm really based on. But I like good music, man. Like good music is not only bound to one genre. You know, there's good music everywhere, in gospel, in pop, in Afrobeat, in soul. It's good music everywhere. So if it's good music, I'll be listening to that, man.
That's right. Okay, that takes us to our episode. Yeah, so how does son of ABODA get here, or how does it come up?
Like in what sense?
Like, do you get, like, growing up, was music your thing? Like, how did you really get there? So in this direction.
Yeah, to start rapping, bro. Oh my days. It was like 2019. 2019, innit? Yeah, we were in school, man. And I remember I was in school with this guy. There was this guy who was my friend. Some guy called Madge. So me and that guy, bro, I remember that guy from me used to rap. So we used to like freestyle in the dormitory, man. We'd freestyle and rap. Then 2019, it was just like for fun, you know, in school and that. Then 2020 came and there was COVID. So after COVID, I was like, man, you know what? Let me try and do this thing seriously. Like, let me be home and work on my craft. I didn't even like release anything, you know. Maybe like on that, but I was just at home. The whole time when lockdown, I was just at home. I was like, you know what? Let me work on this thing. Let me freestyle. I was freestyling. I was speaking about all these things, and I think we just started like picking up seriously, like maybe like last year, this year, bro. Like, but I've been in this thing for 4 years now, man. But thank God, you know, everything takes time, so still building now that get some kind of momentum and people get to know you and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay, so son of ABODA.
Yeah, man.
Your name son of ABODA, or they're just stage names? Student of the game.
Yeah, still in the game, still in the game, man. Right. First of all, let's say son of ABODA. Son of ABODA. ABODA is actually my actual name. ABODA it's the name of my father. Rest in peace. So I decided to call myself son of ABODA because I feel like he was like the most influential person I knew. My dad was the most influential person I knew. He was the most someone I can look up to. So it was in a sense of for one to follow up in that legacy. You get in that legacy of greatness. But
he didn't die.
Yeah, so it was son of the game, son of ABODA. Then I was like, you know what? That's the name I'm gonna be. I want to be known as. Also, that name ABODA doesn't only represent me. Like, it's not just my show. You get me? It's not just me. It's a name from actually people know that name. So I wanted to, and also my family also have the same name. So I wanted to represent not only me. Like, it's not just me showing up.
Flag, you know?
You carry the flag for the people and be like, hey man, this is not just me that's showing up, but the rest of, you know, my family, the rest of where I come from, all showing up, man. I'm a student of the game because I'm a student, man. I'm a student of the game. I study the game. I study the music game, and I know how it is, man. I know how it's moving. You get me? So now that I call myself student of the game because I study the greats, and I'll soon be the greatest.
That's good.
Basically, why I call myself that.
Like, let's take you back to a few moments where you told us like you used to rap in school. Like,
Yeah, man.
okay, is that school in Uganda or in the Netherlands? Like,
Nah, it's Uganda school, man. Those niggas need to give me bread to shout out their name.
Really?
But I'm not shouting out their name. I'm not shouting out their name, but that, nah, it's not free. No free shout out.
Okay.
But that school, we all know. If you know me and you in my school, shout out.
Know you.
They know me. Those who are don't know me. So, but that school, that's why it was in Uganda, bro. It was in Uganda.
so you did school here
Yeah.
since?
Bro, since I was young, man, I did school. I recently left, like 2022, you know. 2022.
So Netherlands was after school, yeah?
Yeah, it was after high school, man. That's when I went there. Yeah. After high school.
Okay, from the accent, all that you man, it's hard to imagine that you're from here actually.
Man, how can I even say this, bro? It's just a lot of influence and a lot of environment. And my family, actually, my aunt just came back, but my family, some of it is in the UK, but yeah, those guys are good. But me, it's just a lot of influence, you know, musical influence. It comes into you and you move a certain way, you know. Yeah. I even know like a nigga called Narcissi, he was like, I rap like this because I listen to Weezy every day. He listens to, like, he's a South African, but he talks like he's from the US.
Yeah.
And it's like, I do, And he was like, I do this because I listen to Lil Wayne every day. Like, that's how I sound. Like, that's why I sound like this.
Have you watched Top Boy?
Yeah, I have watched him.
I also feel like after Top Boy, my character changed.
You get like your character,
Sorry to hoodies and stuff.
you know.
You get influenced.
You get influence, it's real, bro.
Yeah,
so,
it's
but
real,
if you do it like every day, you find yourself after some time, you're like, hey, man,
like mimicking a person every day so you can like carry that out into their
become
life.
like, that's why even if you like be with someone like you're dating, you find your girl starts talking like you,
Yeah.
she starts
Behaving like
behaving like you, your slangs, all of that. You see,
It's
it's influence, man.
So someone that didn't study with Son of ABODA or
man.
just give us like something about you. Who is Son of ABODA?
Man.
Like your name, just something about you.
A government name, no way, man. You guys have to know me as Son of ABODA.
No government.
My Gabi, if you're in my school, you know my Gabi. You know it. If you're in school, you know my government. But genuinely, my name is ABODA. Like, my real name is ABODA. So, Son of ABODA, that one you guys already know.
You know, for some reason, I actually thought you actually meant ABODA and you
Like,
you're trying to have that.
Uganda, Netherlands.
Patriotism. You know, actually,
Patriotism,
that means actually run with it. I was at this radio station. I won't shout them out again. But I was at this radio station and they were doing like this freestyle. It was like a cipher. And the winner, it comes by votes. Guys, you call in and they vote the person after the cipher. So guys were calling in and they were shouting out my name, but guys even from like Kawempe, what? They couldn't say Son of ABODA. They would be like, 1 hour border, 1 hour border. So from that time, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna be explaining about 1 hour border. So even if you check my page right now, it's 1 hour border.
Instagram.
So it was from that time when I was like, you know what, man, a lot of people may not run with it. The people from the ground may not really understand. 1 hour border, man, let's go with it, man. Let's get it.
Actually, I think it's much easier to say Son of ABODA.
Yeah.
To the people who like went to school, like schools.
Yeah.
You know the schools.
Yeah.
And from people from like Kawempe, of course.
Yeah, you get
Right,
People can get the time.
no one is going to get the time
Son of
to.
ABODA.
That's what
1 hour border, yo. They were like, yeah. I just ran with it from that time. I was like, let's get it. That's me. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man.
Could you explain this journey of music so far? How is it?
How is it?
Challenging?
Man, that's why I call myself student in the game. It's something you just have to keep learning, you know.
Yeah.
You learn by mistakes. You know, sometimes you make mistakes and, you know, you learn from other people. You see what people are doing as well. Big shout, anyone who's doing this thing, man, you guys have to make a research. Like, research on what people are doing, like, get inspiration. I remember there was a time, this guy, it was Drake, yeah? If you guys notice in his early career, there were times where he would just literally sample old songs, and he would sing them the way they are. You look the lyrics, maybe a different way, but the lyrics are all the same. And it's just about like getting inspiration from different places. That's why I'm studying all the time. In gospel, even in gospel, you get that soulful music. Soulful music is not just shallow music. That's why you hear a song, it goes deep within your heart. So you get that aspect in gospel, that you get that soul aspect. Then you go into something like Afrobeat, you get the vibe aspect. You go into something like rap, you get the lyricism. You put all of that together, you're gonna become a dangerous artist.
You have your own style.
You have your own style, you have your own blending. So
you've talked about sampling songs, and I've just remembered. Do you know Chicago Freestyle by Drake and Giveon?
Yeah.
I think Eminem did it as well.
Did as well. Exactly. So they got it from him. But it's not like, and imagine how the song becomes a great hit. It's not like they started something new out of the blue. But they got the inspiration from what was already there, what is working, and they like switch it up in their own way. And then you put in your own style, your own vibe. I feel like people in whatever walk of life, man, like you study things like, you want to do like videography, man. Go study what people are doing, like
Be in the game.
you be in the game, you be in it, man, and you keep learning from the game. That's why I call myself still in the game. Also, still in the game. There's an EP coming out, my new EP called "Still in the Game." Watch out for that one, man. Keep playing.
So I have seen you work with some artists here, like Legacy City.
Yeah.
You have a song together, right?
Yeah.
What is it called?
You have songs, man.
Songs.
Damn.
I've
Yeah.
seen one.
Yeah. There's one, but
I
like
can't remember the title.
you have songs, man.
I think you are shooting a video. Is it?
Yeah, we shot. No, that one is with this guy, Paper. It was Paper and Legacy have a dope song, but the only songs I have with him, we didn't share the video, but we're coming up with a new song coming out very soon. Big Love, out of the inspiration of the love of Uganda. We thought of the patriotism. I played you guys had the song.
I just heard it.
Yeah, so out of the love and patriotism for Uganda, well, like, let's do something for the nation. So we have a new song coming out. I think everybody's gonna like it.
My question is, son of ABODA.
Yeah.
Because there's some jam of yours is where you say like talking about trauma or what,
Yeah,
living in Uganda, then going to
yeah,
Netherlands.
yeah.
Had you gone through some hard times? What was really
Those niggas
going
are
on?
done. You see, that's the one reason why I can't shout out that school. It's because those niggas did some weird stuff, man. So
The drama is from there as well.
it's from day. That's why I
Really?
can't even shout them out. Give them free promo.
So,
Like,
Son of
check
ABODA.
out this school.
That's
Find
a
something
foul.
and go there.
So
That's a foul.
Should we say that really hit you so hard that you really had to
Put it in
get
a
your
song.
voice out there and
Yeah,
sing
man,
about
please,
it?
so- yeah, but we did, bro. It's
Because
something
whenever I
that can.
listen to such a song, it's not even like that fun. It's a good song, but I
Yeah.
feel the person singing it is really meaning what he's saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
bro. I feel like that's the essence of music. Like there has to be some kind of message, you know, in terms of what you say. Yeah, it can actually do have vibe, but at the end of the day, there will be a time when the listener is alone. That's when you guys are together. You're like chilling in a place. You guys are vibe. Okay, the song has the vibe, but at the end of the day, let me give an example of a listener who'll be at home and they're sitting alone and they're listening. They're like, okay, but this guy was saying something. It's a dope song. It has vibe, but he was saying something.
Yeah.
Like,
Message.
there's something there, you know. That's what I stand for. But apart from that, yeah, man, there was a lot of things that were going on, man. Like people trying to hold you down, people trying to break you down. But the encouragement is that you have to keep going. Like one of the words some guys say, turn your pain to champagne. So if you can mash me up like that, why don't I make it into a song that can help me in a certain way, you know? But those are one of the things that did happen. And you know, with everything, you know, keep learning, you keep growing, and you keep.
Not after like getting it from you. I thought like you like going to the Netherlands. I think you went through some hard times. I thought that was like the inspiration to doing that song.
Yeah, it was the inspiration. Yeah, that was the inspiration.
Was it hard settling that side?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the song you say actually it was hard to cope.
It was hard,
you
bro.
know?
It's not easy, bro, because you know you grow up your whole life in a certain place. You know your people, them. You know all these things. You know where things are. Then you go to a whole new area code, man,
Yeah.
Very different.
and it's very different, man. The way people live, the way people treat you, the way things are. Your friends, man. Like you can have friends, but it can't be the same as that guy you grew up
Can never be the
since.
same.
You get
20 how many years?
20 how many years you guys have been through heaven and hell itself.
For sure.
So you have friends, but it doesn't hit the same. So the whole environment, you know, I'm not, bro. You guys, man. If you guys wanna go, you go, man. I'm
So
discouraging
reach
you.
Netherlands.
So
Go where you wanna go.
tell us your time in the Netherlands. Like, how was it like to adapt to the situation of it? Like,
Yeah,
how
obviously,
did it take
man.
you?
You have to learn, man. Sometimes you just have to adapt. The thing that me and my broski will say, you just have to believe. Sometimes in a situation, you just have to believe. You just keep pushing, you know, no matter like whatever's happening, no matter what it is. You just get what happens and you make the most of what you have. You know, at the end of the day, in a sense, it's a blessing. So you just have to like look at it in a different perspective, learn what you have to learn and move with it at the time you have to move with it. And at the same time, in whatever you're doing, man, you have to take a break, because even if I was there, I'd come back Uganda for summer, man. Like, you need some break for your mind and your whole, you know, so whatever you're doing, also keep in mind that you have to keep pushing, you have to adapt to wherever you are, whatever situation. And then even as you're doing that, you're pushing, take some time for yourself, take some time to breathe, man. You run crazy, man. It's a crazy world. Don't die for nothing, man.
That's it. Message there. Yeah. So, are you saying to any music label? Because recently, I've been like tapping. I've seen you in a pic with Navio. Then sometime I've seen you like with this guy of Songs Avenue. So, what's really going on? Are you signed down at any music label?
Bro, you know that's actually a question that people ask me, because they'd be like, man, I've seen you do this, that. And actually, I'm not signed to no label. Like, no label, no affiliation, no nothing. Right now, man, I'm doing all myself. Me and my team.
Free agent?
Free agent, man. I do everything myself. My videos, we shoot them with my team. I edit my videos. We go make my songs.
For real?
Yeah, for real. That's even those videos you guys have seen, I edited them myself.
Really?
Those are really
no
cool.
cap.
They are so cool.
Yeah, bro. I
So,
just
so
like now, if I want to shoot a video, I just have to sit down with my team. We get a guy who shoots video, who has a camera. We talk about the idea, brainstorm. We go shoot the thing and we make it. So everything.
You just have to start.
You have to start, man.
Wait for big camera.
You're not gonna wait for no camera, budgets. What? It's gonna slow you down, and at the end of the day, you won't get to where you want to get to. Why don't you start what you're doing now and get to it, bro? Get to the bag, get to the vision, get to the goal. So everything I do, I'm independent, man. I just have a team of people that support me,
so
hook me up here and
take
there.
us to what is really going on with the Songs Avenue team. Do they have like an academy that teaches people what
So that thing that I was in, it was the thing by Motive, actually. I think guys have to blight. I'm not gonna name drop people. They're not giving me bread. But there was a thing.
I swear, bro, it's all about the bread. I swear.
Not name dropping things, bro. But for this one, maybe because it's a big place. Let's just say there was a music course at Motive that I went to, and they were doing like this music business course. To be honest, me personally, I'll be honest for myself, there was a lot I learned from it. You know? They helped me, they opened my eyes a bit in how the music system is in Uganda, how to make money from it, how to capitalize as much as you can. And also the networks I was able to make from there were very good. So that's when I met people like Navio, and you know, I was able to learn a lot, you know, from the thing here, in terms of like music-wise and music business, connection, networking, social media, and all the things that an artist needs to become successful. So, to be honest, like me, I'm not gonna shout out nobody for nothing. But in reality, that thing was actually good for what I did for my career and all of that. So, big appreciation to those guys. Like, I learned a lot, and it was a free course as well. I didn't pay money.
Really?
Yeah, it was a free
Then why
course.
did people just pull up if it is something that is free?
I think maybe they are knowing about it. How did you get to know about
By
it?
the way,
Some guy hit me up about it. It was that guy there, bro. He hit me up. And even him, some other artists told him. And they were like, yo, there's this thing happening. You guys should pull up.
meeting Navio, man, big inspiration.
Oh,
He's a
like,
good rapper. Who doesn't know Navio?
Speaking of like the market, how has the reception been so far? The reception, the music, because you know this music, people here don't listen to that music. That's
It's
why.
very
So
interesting.
The reception,
We listen
Yeah.
to it.
Not many.
not many.
Yeah.
Percentage, by the way.
Yeah.
No, there's something, that's why one of the things that I was able to learn, you know, you need to understand your market and understand the people you're trying to reach. That's why, let me give an example, like the drill song I've just made right now, like the drill songs you guys have had, and also the one I just played you guys, right? You can tell we still drill, but I've understood the market to which I need to apply this genre. So I feel like even if I'm still gonna be doing drill or rap or whatever, there has to be some kind of relatability that people can know that this is where I am, and people can still
Tap
tap to the music. You understand?
Without all the tunings.
Yeah, like
there's no
it's not reality. It's not what's happening, you know. Oh, by the way, but that's another story for another day. Because I know a place where, bro, things go down.
like
Things go down for real, man. There was a guy who was in that place, man. We're just here chilling. There was a guy who was literally cut down with a panga, you know.
My God.
Here in your
Real shit.
Yiji?
Eh? The guy was like on the side of the road right there. Everyone knows this place is where the sharks are. They with the panga like so.
You guys
it
were
wasn't.
saying.
It was
Reality.
theft though.
He was in charge. Not even theft. They just arrived him early morning.
My God. Assassination.
Wait, these things happen in real life. I even know the place. Sorry,
Oh my God.
Uganda is crazy, but we're not going to talk about that. That's for another day. That's for another day.
So-
But, yeah, man.
Take us to like schools in Netherlands.
Yeah, man.
Are they the same system in the schools in Uganda?
Oh, I did uni, man. I did university. So university, in a sense,
What did you do?
I did international business. Yeah, man. I be so. It's different. We don't. The uni I was in, they don't have semesters, bro. They cut it in like you do exams every 6 weeks.
Oh,
Six weeks. So the system is different, man. But uni is the same, very much. You know, the whole leave alone the whole academics and always the social life, the people, all these things. You know what makes up a university, but yeah, the people, the lecturers and all that. You know, it's a different system. It's not the same. But yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity. Grateful for everyone that supports me and made that possible. Yeah, man.
The son of ABODA, carrying a legacy, of a family.
Yeah.
Has it been so easy for you, or have your people really supported this journey?
Anything that is worth doing is not easy. That's one thing I know and I believe.
Say that again.
Anything that is worth doing is not easy.
Anything worth doing is
It's not easy. Anything worth doing. You ask if Nelson Mandela had a breeze. It was just vibes.
Yeah.
By the way,
And without all that toying, he couldn't have had the
a
same
good
impact.
story. By the way,
If you didn't go to the jail, the persecution, the
It would have
what?
just been like any other
Some normal guy who went to for
By the
independence.
way,
another politician.
Another
people wouldn't
politician.
even be calling great even.
Be
I
like
think.
this legacy, but it's because of that pain,
Yeah.
that experience, that actually made the story for him to have an actual legacy. Nothing that is worth having is easy.
it's like no risk, no story.
No, it's not sorry, man. That's just a fact,
Shit.
bro. So just know if you ever want to go for like anything that's influential, leave alone if you're trying to like just do some
No more stuff.
normal stuff. But if you really want to do something very impactful that the whole world will hear your name, you have to know that there's going to be some kind of
That's like, I've
tribulation.
just seen Central C like
Trials
post
and
is
stuff like
having like an album. Is it an album or EP? Like you can't rush greatness.
Yeah.
Greatness
Album.
takes time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel so that like answers my question. You haven't received that much support, or you just embrace the journey. It's been a
You
journey.
embrace the journey. They support. Big appreciation to my aunt and my uncle's home, man. Those guys support me very much. Obviously, the family, other family, they'll catch up. They start catching up when they start seeing you doing stuff like, okay, so this is serious.
It's working.
It's
Yeah,
working,
yeah,
but like
very
big
well.
shout out to my uncle, my aunt, man, especially my aunt. She even before it was working, she knew. She was like, man, I believe you can do this, man. Just giving you that transport for you to go for the show, giving you this transport.
God.
She can't be like, hey man, you're gonna go for a show late night. I understand. You need to go there and show yourself. So
Hey man,
just
big ups to
communicate.
Auntie
Big ups to auntie,
up,
man.
man.
She'll be like, okay, you know what? Me just tell me where you're gonna go. I give you this card TP. Go for your show.
You know we don't have aunties here. Like
My
most aunties
God.
here are like, what
Because
What
that,
do you mean?
you know,
You
like
wait.
back then saying that I want to be an artist
Hey.
and being supported by family,
I mean,
something
it's
crazy, I
crazy.
swear.
late night shows.
Because
Late
I
night
know
shows, man.
people that do music have not gone to school. But by the way, I think people like Son of ABODA are really shaping this. Because going like for a music, like going for motive, it's basically about music. And at least we can say that music nowadays you
bro.
also need to go to school.
No,
like,
you actually do have to like study and get serious with what you're doing. Like
I'm being that game.
be in the
Yeah,
game,
student
man.
of the game.
Student of the game, man. That's me. So big shout out to my aunt, like for real. The support is crazy. At least I know from her, man, she has really supported me so in such a key way. So yeah.
I honestly think that musicians here should like stop doing this thing. Okay, you may have a talent, but no knowledge about it. You get?
that's it.
So you come from where you come from and be like, I can rap. Let me just put down something,
But
go
you see
online.
what's out there.
Yes, you get. I think you just have to study the audience, what you have to do, and like adapt.
Adapt.
You know, they are very
I also
rap way.
Speaking of like studying what's out there, who is your artist you feel like you take a leaf from?
Yeah.
That inspirational artist for you?
Inspiration, comes in many ways because let me give example. There's an artist who can be very good musically, but in terms of overall musical success, because those are two different things.
Okay,
Music-wise,
yeah.
both, because someone can be very good artistically into making beautiful music, but as we know, the world is that they may not appreciate this. They're going to appreciate some guy who comes with vibes.
Yeah.
And
So,
how he markets himself
and his brand. So he may be bigger musically, but he will be bigger like in terms of success.
Yeah.
But musically, he's not that good. You get
That brings it to Uganda, man. You know that people haven't like given A.B.6 album good time,
Actually,
but it really has good music, I swear.
I feel people are still saying that EPAS is still upcoming. No offense, but the people who don't know EPAS, they say EPAS is like upcoming. Like,
Man, it's
so the years
crazy.
have been here. Like,
I just feel
since-
there's some music in UG that is not really appreciated properly.
Yeah.
I
So
swear.
you're still telling us.
Yeah.
about it.
So musically, in terms of the music, the art of music, I like J. Cole, I like Nasty C, I like Navio as well. Those are the three people I would say like really good.
Those are all musical.
They're really good musically, and in terms of success, there are certain moves that people do, and that this is a musical move. PR, your branding is very good. One thing I've seen someone really excel in is, I'll give flowers there. They do. I've seen Central C do that very well. Central C may not.
That is really
There
bad.
may be other artists who are harder or whatever, but in terms of what he has done with his marketing, it's very, very good.
that takes us to being Uganda.
By the way,
He's really marketing his thing. Like
himself
talk stuff.
properly. And by the way,
Everything.
Central C has been here like for how long? It's not really that long,
3 years.
but the way he's really like marketing, boosting
The
himself.
color kick game.
Uh-huh.
You understand when you
It's all
look
over
at
the
it.
place.
Yeah, man. The color scheme, there's a way guys do in terms of branding to stick with your mind, the colors, see what people do with PR stunts and all these things. So musically, in terms of the music business, I would say his team is doing a very good job. The things that we learn from. Yeah, then musically, we see the great people like J. Cole and you see the Kendricks, doing very good things musically.
So, son of a brother, like, who's that one? Because it's like here in Uganda, you look up to Uganda. I want to work with this one.
Navio.
On a track with this one.
Navio, bro.
Navio.
Yeah.
Oh my
For sure, man. Navio.
Only love you.
I'd say Navio, man. For now, I'd say Navio. Like, obviously, I do appreciate the talent of everyone in Uganda, There are people who are exceeding boundaries, selling out shows.
Yeah.
I see that very, very much, But from a time when I was even a child, and this was someone that I could see that we could see that, hey, man, this guy is rapping and he's actually doing it, There were no people in Uganda doing that. To be honest, So this guy
has owned it over the
and he has owned it over the years, Like us coming young rappers were like, damn, man, this guy is doing it in Uganda on rap. Because they told us that if you want to do music and blow, you have to go do on Chidandali. But this guy was rapping, so yeah, man, genuinely Navio.
No.
And besides the guys who have made it, is there anyone you feel like you'd want to work with? Besides Navio, the big guy.
Yeah, besides the big guys, most of the guys I think I've worked with them. There's just one guy. There was a guy you guys don't know him, is Jamins, we have a song together. That guy is a very talented artist in terms of music wise. Like, he's a very talented guy. I worked with him already. We made a very good song. Sound Like Baby. I'm name dropping names because these guys watch this thing and we need to work, bro. So
Man, these guys have to be on the show.
yeah, man. So I like Sound Like Baby. I like his sound. I like what he's doing with his sound, man. So who else, man? Yeah, those are ones that come to my head right now.
Though, honestly speaking, I really love to see like Son of ABODA have a song with Big Trim. I would just laugh. Cause
That's also, that would be dope.
Cause sitting here, like I've been saying, if I could just go back, I would use AI. I would just love to see that. I swear,
dope, man.
it would
Why
be
not?
because I just imagine the way you sound and then Big Trim.
Why not, man?
would just be in the US.
I remember, I remember those songs. But yeah, hey, man, that guy's hard.
Speaking of AI, do you use AI in your creation anyway?
I don't. In nothing in which I do involves AI. Not even cover art, not even videos. I don't use AI. I have people around me that I feel like we should exploit our talents in as far as we can. So let me give an example. This guy could do cover art. This guy's an artist. This guy does like videos. So we just come together and we work together. I may not be the god of artistic. I cannot draw. I may not draw cover art. Then I go shoot a video again. You know, but there are people who have these skills, people who have the talent. So
That's it.
why don't we collaborate and we exploit each other's talents and exploit each other's gifts? I don't use AI, bro.
So to someone out there that would love to get Son of ABODA's music or get to know him better,
Yeah, man.
where can people get you?
Alright, I'm Son of ABODA on all streaming platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Amazon Music, whatever you know it. I'm Son of ABODA. Go check me out. Son of ABODA, Son of ABODA. At the same time, you can find me on social media as well at Son of ABODA, Son of ABODA, ABODA. On all social medias, that's Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and as well TikTok as well. Go find me even on Twitter, on X. Go find me out there. We have new content coming out, new song. I'm going to release a song with Jamins very soon. It's called Nara. It's a beautiful, beautiful love song. No, a love song. Okay. I'm living in a Babylon system. I be fighting. I don't want to be a victim. No. Would you be good at system? They wanted me in chains, but they missed him. No. Nada, oh, eh. Nada, oh. Nada, oh, eh. Nada, oh. It's a lovely song. We're talking about obviously the system. You know, it's not just about love all the time in Afrobeat. You know, it should have a message. So we just speak about the system that fights freedom, the system that fights us to express ourselves the way we should express ourselves, the system that wants to constrict us to certain ways. You know, you find there's an agenda that's being shoved down your throat, like you like it or not, they're pushing you to do this, do that. You know, so we're just trying to fight against that kind of
Babylon
oppression,
system.
the Babylon system. You know? That's what it's
I feel it's, by the way, big song.
That's what it's a new track going to come out, I think in maybe 2 weeks time. So you just look out for that, and yeah, new music coming out.
So you're releasing a lot of music currently, right?
Yeah, I'm on a
I
big.
feel like having all these new projects.
Yeah. This project is coming up, and I want to release a project, an EP. It's called Student of the Game. Based on everything I've learned, there's a project coming out.
The name itself is catchy, man.
Student of the Game,
So,
an EP coming out. You guys look out for that.
like, ever since you've dropped back home, because this is your home, right?
Yeah, it's my home, man. Sure.
Has any artist like reach up to you, or they want to work with you, or any music label?
At the moment, I would say that the people that I work with right now are people that I believe that we have kind of like blended in some kind of way, like some kind of, either by knowing somebody or by moving out with somebody or chilling with this guy, then we go make a song, you know. Those are the guys I've currently worked with, you know. I'm also looking out for people who come through and they're like, hey, yo, let's work on this project, you know, based off like, obviously I'll see, you know.
You've seen your work and
they see the work and they feel like, oh, we can do this. Yeah, we can do that, absolutely. So we just, you know, we're just out there to look for good music and to deliver the best that we can deliver to the people, and the message that has to be sent with the vibes. Yeah, but open to work, man. Let's do some dope work, man. Let's collaborate.
Speaking of music labels, do you feel like it's something you need maybe to like go further in your career, or feel like you get it on your own?
You know, the thing about a music label, it also depends on the artist, the vision of the label, because at the end of the day, I take myself as an institution, an organization. I'm not just an artist. I'm a brand. I'm a walking, living brand. So that makes me a business, and it makes me an organization. So at the end of the day, if you're going with a music label, that's also another business. And a business always has a vision, a mission, where they're trying to go. So that's the thing that you should always look out in terms of the label you want to sign. It's not just like, oh, this label is big. Good, they could be big, but look at their direction, the artistic direction where they're going. Is it the same? Is it aligned with where I'm going?
Is it what you want?
Is it what is gonna take my music today? Because let me give an example. You could sign with the label that's, look at their roster, it says fully Afrobeat or fully Chilean, and that's it shows you that this is where they're going.
It's what they're pushing.
It's what they're pushing. So if I join, I may not most drill, I'm doing hip hop, I'm doing rap. I may not be given the same attention, the same investment, the same one. So those are things that I look out for, especially when you know those kind of deals come through.
So right now you haven't found any label that's
suits
like in
your
the
music
direction that you're going in?
The direction, if they bring the deal to the table, obviously it demands on the deal. So if the deal comes, obviously, man, I told you I'm willing to collaborate. We can collaborate in many ways. It could be either signing, distribution, different ways to collaborate with companies like this, you know. So
I feel actually your style here is new and different.
Yeah,
The direction you're
Appreciation.
going in, people are going to adopt it like very fast.
appreciation.
like
man.
being a new brand and you're doing
Like drill,
That's right.
That
That music.
English, that style,
Appreciation.
that sound, like everything in it.
I'm grateful, man. I'm
Right.
grateful. Thank you so
You're
much.
doing good, Aisha.
I appreciate
Just know to where we are going right now, because everyone is going to be listening to drill. It's
Yeah.
going to be listening to rap.
I mean, our generation.
Definitely.
Appreciation.
And I feel the music is doing, because me, honestly, I listen to Central C. And by having you as my version of Central C here, man, big love. I'm ready to listen to your music
Man,
anytime.
let's run it up, bro. There's enough projects that are coming out, you know. We just aim of giving you that good sound, you know. Make you feel like, man, there's people that you know, there's people in Uganda that can actually do this music. I've met so many good, talented artists in Uganda that do good music, you know.
So as we wrap up
Yeah,
this episode, I think we shall get questions from our team.
yeah, man.
So I'll go with my question, like number one.
Yeah.
If someone would take you back 10 years ago, what advice would you give to son of ABODA right now?
Man, just trust where you're going, bro. I feel like if you look down to the story, it's not like I would want to change anything, because I feel like at the end of the day, things unfold.
Yeah.
The way things happen, it just keeps unfolding. So there could have been times when, you know, you'd be scared. I was maybe scared. I'm not sure where I was going. But it's just, I'll just tell myself to trust where you're going. Like, trust it's gonna shape up, it's gonna work out. It may not, at some point it may not look like it may look shaky here and there, but trust that you're gonna get there. That's the name I'd be like, just be calm and trust.
The process.
Trust, man.
Trust the process.
So my question is, like, for someone who doesn't do music,
Yeah.
like, what's your creation process like?
Okay.
From like writing,
Yeah.
actually before even the writing.
Yeah.
Because for me, before I start editing videos or anything like
Yeah.
that, I feel like I work better at night.
Yeah.
I want to first be, if my mind is not right, I can never work right. So I just want to tell us, you getting ready, like in the right mindset, then writing the song and producing. Just tell us your creation process.
Yeah. So unless there are different kinds. There's these projects where they could send you the beat and they're like, okay, in maybe 3 days come to the studio where you have time with the song and the beat. But most times nowadays my new creative process is because I go to a studio and let's say they could tell me jump on this beat or let's create a beat now. And what I usually do is I journal. This is my thing. I journal in terms of even before I enter the studio, I just have on my phone events that happen. I can just type it down like, this thing happened. Let me give an example. There was this guy who hit me up on a song and I was listening. I got inspiration. It was like, but you know, when you get money comes with problems. I was like, okay.
More money, more
More money, more problems.
That's it.
So I was like, you know what? Let me put it down. Then in the song when I came, I just journal down what happens in my day or what I feel like or what comes. Because when you come to the studio now, the pressure is like, okay, you may not think straight. But then I remember, I'm like, okay, I have these.
And then you
But
just continue.
And then now I
it's like
continue
as
from
if
that
I've had
and
a
do
line
that.
in your song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And the line is there because I had already journaled it. So when I came with the song, I was like, they say more money, more problems. Then give me those problems. That was the line. But it came from
So the rap is not just fiction.
it's not just fiction.
It's just real life
Reality.
time.
What happens in my life and how it goes. Then when it comes to studio, I freestyle, I get the vibe. Then on top of the vibe, I add the words.
Make it magic.
Make it create together, and that's what I do now.
So my question is kind of funny. You know, Ugandan rappers, it's a thing they do. I don't know if all rappers do this.
Yeah.
But in order for them to get a vibe, get like caught up with a vibe in a studio,
Yeah.
they have to first take something or smoke a blunt or take a glass of something like. What gives you that comfort? And I'm like, yes, let me do this.
Yeah.
This is me.
Man, me personally, I don't smoke, I don't drink, bro. Okay, I drink, but like I'm not gonna drink to go to the studio. Or occasional, bro. It's like a vibe thing. What you just get some cocktail, we chill. You get. But in terms of going to the studio, I'm not doing that. Even when I'm in the studio, I'm there for work. I don't drink, I don't get high. I'm working. I'm there to get focused. I'm working. If us even my boy is there, if you guys I don't drink, I don't smoke.
So guys are doing that thing.
They're doing their thing, and I don't judge. That's calm.
You know
You
the
guys
influence,
big,
Steven.
you do- I'm not.
Because it's
Bro.
your gang or what? Well, I feel
Do the thing,
because
do the
whenever we tap like vids of those guys in studios,
They always
you find
holding
guys
a
being mad,
red cup
mad.
or something or a blunt or something.
You find with kid holding something, you know what or what?
That's how it is. Like I've literally been in sessions where guys were doing their thing. Like they were literally even doing hard shit. Like not leave alone the whole smoke, like real hard shit.
Yeah.
And I've seen it with my eyes in the industry, but
I mean, it's the industry.
it's an industry like
Yeah.
everyone has their thing. That's why I was like, what? These guys will go, you do your thing.
Do you think?
Yeah, I'll do mine.
Okay.
Let them do their thing. I'll just be there.
Always open to work.
So, son of
I'm
a
open-
boda.
I'm open to
Honest
work, bro.
remark.
Yeah.
Get up as a chidandali. I feel drill. The next generation.
My
It's
generation
going to
is
be-
not into that.
You
that-
get? You get?
Because I feel our kids will find son of a boda having great music already. They will be
Music that
talented.
is inspiration, like talking
Yeah.
about a daily life.
Daily light.
And that Uganda
Holy
song,
day.
there's some song I've just heard.
Mm.
Can even be used for Uganda Queens. Because that's like
Yes,
supporting
a soundtrack
international
But
to-
team.
to-
before
yeah.
I came in,
Mm.
Karim was asking, can you rap in Uganda?
Luganda.
Personally, I'm an Acholi, and I rap in Acholi. If you hear that song, there were some bars I put in Acholi.
Yeah.
So I,
People who understand the
Oh my
language.
days,
they
that's
can.
cool.
Yeah. So Acholi is my language, and I rap in it. So
Oh.
I blend in, like I put some Acholi,
some
then
bars there.
so yeah, I put some bars in there. You know, just
So, me, one thing you could do for us
Yeah.
before you go.
Mm.
Because back then, okay, I was talking to someone and we like, I feel like we should really spread mental health awareness.
Mm.
And you not doing drugs or doing what? Because I thought, by the way, after like tapping that question, I thought you'd say I use something or what. So, just give a message to the people out there, you know,
Younger praising
Yeah.
artists.
yeah.
about doing drugs or what. Just give them a message.
So the reality of what I've realized in this life is the degree in which things people go through a lot of things, man. People go through a lot, and I've seen people's coping mechanisms are very different. The best way I can say is that the coping mechanism of using substances is not very longevitable because it gives short-term gratification. So the end of the day, the point of a person doing drugs is now I'm not going to point it to the drugs. I'm pointing it to what they want. They want some kind of gratification, some kind of ease from pain, whatever they're going through in life. Coping mechanism. So the best advice I'll give is for someone to look for a better coping mechanism. You know, there are many things an individual can do to substitute the use of drugs. Some people go to the gym. Some people have hobbies. Some people have different kind of things. You know, the union and all these things. Try to find a different coping mechanism that can help you through that. At the same time, also support the people around you. Play a very key part. If you feel like the people around you are not very helpful, find your best to dip. And if you know, look for someone who you can talk to as well, because a lot of people tend to do them because they are lonely and different things they fight with. So I'm not gonna just shout, don't do drugs, don't do drugs. I'm gonna say, try your best to find different alternatives, different mechanisms that are gonna help you to be a better person. Because at the end of the day, when you use that coping mechanism, it's gonna destroy you. Like it may work for short term, but the effects are very, very long term. So try to find a different coping mechanism. Try to get support, and be happy, man. You'll be fine.
Okay. As we wrap up, tell us, okay, this is what we normally do here. You have a guest. When you're wrapping up, you say something for us.
Yeah.
You can say all day the talk show in any way you feel comfortable with. Or you can give us a freestyle for Wawulidde.
Yeah.
Do you freestyle?
I do freestyle. What will it do? What can I say? I've been to the day, I've been to the night. We're seeing when wrong, we're gonna make it right. Son of a border, you know me, I'm not in my town. Anytime we come for the pound, all my dogs are the hounds. What he's saying, be there for the student of the game. I ain't talking to these lames. From the time that I blew to the time I came, I'm still the same.
Yo.
Keep it to the lock, man. Let's get it, son of a border. Student of the game, enough love and appreciation. We out.
That's been our episode. Keep it locked. Follow us on all social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for this episode. You don't want to miss out. Son of a Board has been here, student of the game. Check him out also for his music, new EP, new album coming out soon, new videos dropping soon. Let's get it.
Nice.
Bye.